Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Game Week Preview. This is myself, Jason, and with me tonight we have the almighty Steve-O. Steve-O, how you doing over there on the right-hand side of the screen?
Good evening. I'm absolutely shattered. I got a dead headache, but hey, that didn't stop us from talking about FPL.
No, mate, I cannot believe how fast today's gone. Literally looking at a clock, hours have gone by. Like, literally, I blink and an hour's gone by. I've been down here trying to work out stuff to do with a website, and I've been on different forums and websites trying to get tips on how to solve a problem that I'm experiencing. And it's just like, do you know, when you're in a time limit and you're trying to solve a problem, you get trapped in this vortex of time where, you know, I can liken it to, like, if you've got something important that's going to happen and you've got to prepare for it, it always seems to come around quicker than if you were at work, for example, and you were just waiting for the end of the day. It's the relativity of time, right? So today has been very, very stressful in terms of, like, I just look at the time and I'm like, what is going on? Must be winter. Steve-O's got long sleeve top on. Says Men in Black.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just I own no clothing. It was the only jumper that I had literally on my chair. It's the only reason.
Well, hello to everyone in the chat. Let's hit the like button. Let's get some more people aware of us going live, because YouTube doesn't promote us. So the only way we can do it is by trying to raise the likes in the stream. So hello to PM. Hello to Chat Sport, John. Carmen Baby's here. Let's go. John Jack, Antonio, Ali Mac. I hope you guys are all looking forward to the Game Week 11. Game Week 11, of course, a game week where me and Steve are probably going to have the same team and the same captain again. I'm looking at my team and my differentials, and I'm like, I haven't got many on you, and I'm thinking, how am I going to catch all these?
Excuse me, I think you do have differentials.
I don't have as many as I need, in my opinion. I've like, what, 5?
Leno, Douglas Luiz, Matoma.
So 3. I have 3. Oh, you've got quite a lot of differentials. No, I haven't.
Who's that against, though?
Areola against Brentford.
Leno, yeah.
And I guess I got
Watkins versus Louise.
And I don't know who else. Do you got Bowen?
Diaby.
Oh,
Bowen. Of course, you've got Bowen, haven't you, versus Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowen and Diaby.
So I got 4. So I got 4 differentials. So it's not looking great, is it? Let's be honest. 4 chances of trying to beat you, and it's not. No, these players are not of a quality that's going to catch me 20, 30 points.
I don't know about that. Bowen.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem with Bowen is he plays for a lackluster team.
Well, they weren't lackluster against Arsenal. Admittedly, Arsenal weren't exactly.
Oh, they're a mixed bag, West Ham. You just don't know what you're going to get, to be honest. They haven't got a lot of superstars, scorers in their team. Right, so hello to Matty Winalop. Hello to Animations. Hello to Anguila. We've got Matthew Ezeashi here too. Pleased to see Mark Southern's copy and Stevens walk-alongs. I think it's a coincidence. But yeah, I just want to say that I haven't really had much chance to look at much news this week regarding FPL. All I see is my team is that Doggy's still got a yellow sort of 50. He's now gone to like a darker yellow, 50% chance of playing.
Who's this?
Udoggy.
Ah, yes.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because of course I'm not going to be playing him. I'll be playing Tsimikas. And Cash and Trippier instead of him, so it's not the end of the world. And then I go into because I can't even remember how many transfers I made now. I just did the 1, or did I do the 2?
You haven't done any transfers, or have you?
No, I haven't done any transfers.
To me now.
No, don't you worry about it, Mr. Steve.
Have you done transfers, Jay?
La. Doesn't matter if I did. It would spice it up a little bit, wouldn't it? Got Luiz in. Right. So yeah. Let's quickly just go over exactly what happened. Again, for and what our teams are looking like going forward. So if I'll just quickly look at your team, and it's pretty much the same, right? What transfers did you do? You've made 2 or 1?
I did it because it was a sign from God, and pretty much if I didn't do it on the day, I
So
would have been
Sterling
able to
went out.
Sterling,
Alvarez went out.
Jared Bowen. No. Jared Bowen and Archer. Not Jared Bowen. James Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse. So let me just quickly draw on the screen because I can't see your team now. But essentially, you've got rid of Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, Deadwood in Ward-Prowse.
Sterling.
Deadwood in Sterling.
Yeah, and
Deadwood in Archer.
Oh, in Archer. Yeah.
Archer.
Yeah.
Anybody know that reference? Listening in Archer.
No. And you brought in the following who again?
Mitoma.
Oh, that's a bit.
Douglas Luiz.
Hang on. Mitoma, Douglas Luiz. There's a big knee jerk, that, wasn't it?
Not really. Don't think
Mitoma, Douglas Luiz. I don't rate him at all. I don't rate that. Do not rate that player at all. Absolutely not. Archer, yeah, for who?
Nketiah.
Who rates Douglas Luiz in the chat? Come on.
Nothing wrong with him.
Nothing right with him either. It's a good championship player. Yeah, it's good quality. Yeah, in the championship.
Karma baby, you're gonna have a lot of things to say.
Yeah. Oh, Karma baby's he's a bit biased though, isn't he? Let's be honest. It's like, not happening. He's not going to give you an honest answer, is he? Right.
Well, Karma baby knows his stuff.
Douglas Luiz, Mitoma, and Nketiah. Yeah, I mean, I'm scared of Mitoma. That guy is a ridiculous machine when it comes to fitness on the park and his ability to just pull off runs and dribbles past players. He's very... I don't know who he reminds me of. I'm trying to think of who he reminds... In a weird way, I'm probably going to get crucified for this. He's got the work rate of Shinji Kagawa that he had for Man United, that sort of work rate. And he's kind of got...
Blast from the past.
Yeah, but he can take on players as well. He's almost like a bit like... He's got the flair of sort of like Man City Sterling. Like he can take players on and dribble. It's kind of really weird because the thing is, like, you would never say that Sterling's got high work rate, would you? You never used to like be really hard working up and down the pitch. He used to be very good in the second, in the opponent's half, but he never really did a lot when it came to like box to box, end to end. Coming back, doing a lot of the leg work at the fullback positions. Whereas I feel that Mitoma is just like, he's just everywhere. Like he's just absolutely like he's just a machine. He goes and goes and goes. Hopefully he doesn't get injured because he's putting in a lot of miles when he's running around in the pitch, doing a lot of minutes as well. Just has a hint of Messi sometimes, says Neomorphs in the chat. Max, I was thinking about 8 Nori for by Wolves defender, says Animations. 8 Nori. Luiz gets too many yellows and Mitoma needs a fittest opinion back, in my opinion, says Colm. So Colm's got reservations for your changes, Stevo, but let's be honest, you got rid of Sterling and Ward-Prowse, 2 pretty deadwood players in your team, so I don't think it's a problem at all. Luiz is 1 yellow away from suspension, says Neomorphs. Hopefully he doesn't get you a yellow. Doku is on fire. Yeah, Doku is someone that between me and Stevo could be a very good differential.
You brought in Doku, have you?
I'm not telling you nout. You don't need to know anything.
I love it when people say, "Oh, Louise has got one more booking away from a yellow card." Just bringing in Ketia then.
Diaby to Doku, anyone? Bowen to Doku, anyone?
I wouldn't be getting rid of Bowen.
He's got Brentford away. It's not an easy game at all.
But I'm not saying it's an easy game, but I wouldn't be. It's a wasted transfer.
No. Don't you worry about what I'm doing, mate. Don't you worry. Just you concentrate on your game, dude. You concentrate on your game.
He may not even play for Man City. It could be Grealish.
He might not. He might
People
not.
banging on about Louise having a yellow card. Ooh. Don't worry about that.
That's our faithful subscribers you're talking about, Steve-O. Don't be nasty to them because they might unsubscribe.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Well, to be honest, as soon as Steve-O uploads a video from Heathrow Airport, it's shocking, isn't it? Really shocking. The closest thing to Steve-O's clickbait is aircraft flying over and him going, ooh. You should get a picture. Of you doing this, and use it as your clickbait title.
Do that again. Do the
no. Don't you be? Oh. 747. You're turning into a Sky Fantasy Football player, Steve-O. Where are you gonna? Hang on. You're turning into a Sky Fantasy Football player, Steve-O. Where are you hold your transfers a bit longer? What? Where you hold your transfers a bit longer, I think he means to say. I don't know. Can you English, sir? Doco may not even start now, and I know Chucky. Chris, hello Chris, how's it going? Maybe people prefer Gatwick. Maybe they do. I saw Docu leaving on a plane, says Anguilla. We need another walk through London video, Steve-O.
Nah.
Go on, walk past Brentford.
They take I say so long to do. They're just so annoying to do. Walking through thousands upon thousands upon thousands of tourists. It's just, yeah.
Tragic.
I ain't going down there at the moment. London's ridiculous at the moment. Like, really bad. And I was having a very interesting conversation with somebody about basically the...
What do you mean by really bad?
In the sense of it's
safety
just overwhelmed with every human being on
protest
the planet is just here.
I know you guys are getting a lot of protests at the moment, aren't you? With the events that are happening elsewhere in the world.
I don't go anywhere near it.
Oh well, yeah. I guess central. I guess it's all central London, isn't it? But still, I mean, I couldn't think of anything worse than going to London to go to maybe a museum or to go watch a show and then turning in the corner to see the road completely blocked with human beings drabbed in certain messages for different reasons, blocking your path in every direction and shouting I as a person that's not lived in a city, that scares the living daylights out of me. I don't like that sort of thing.
In, like you just said, central.
Yeah, well, that's where like all the stuff is, isn't it? That's where all the attractions are. So, because my wife's always going like, oh, we should go and take Hayley to the I don't know, the history museum or to something like that, or go and watch a show, Lion King or something. I'm like, yeah, it'd be great, but I don't want to go London. But they want to go London. They really want to go London. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go London. But they're like, for them, it's an exciting experience. For me, it's just like, I hate to say it, but I just feel vulnerable going to London. I feel like I'm a target.
No, I'm telling you, you wouldn't be a target for anybody. Usually, most people are targeted because it's obvious that they're like, I don't know, a tourist for argument's sake, or they're going to be bringing trouble. But an everyday person like me or you, people do not give a stuff about. You could just do anything. In fact, I'd argue London's one of the most safest places to be completely honest with you. It's just so busy. Like you just literally
I just don't like that.
Through, like I said,
I guess that's mainly the reason I don't like it. It's just
even like just going, like I said, just a London Zoo. It's just like how many people are just coming.
I'd rather go Peyton Zoo. I'd rather go West Midland Safari Park. If you've ever been there, that's an amazing place to go. You know, you drive around, you got the you actually drive into the enclosures with them, and you got the rhinos, the antelope, you've got the lions, you've got the tigers. They're actually in a separate enclosure. The lions you can drive past, but you can't drive past the tigers. I think there must be a reason for that, but anyway. And, you know, just, I mean, the size of the elephants, the size of the giraffe, you just kind of have a realization at that, you know, these creatures are massive. Like, they're not like what you see. Yeah. You know, you can't really see it on TV and have it do justice how big they are. And having like a rhino walk past your car, thinking, like, if that decided to just swipe the side of the car or the headbutt it, it could just flip the car. Yeah. But yeah, more people are filtering into the chat right now.
I was just going to address this. Connor saying, I guess I'm going to have to scratch London and an Arsenal match off my UK trip. I think coming to London and then going to watch your team Arsenal. It's
going to be the same as like wherever you are. Sorry to interrupt, Steve-O, but my dislike of London is the same as what, like, I'm not rushing to go to New York or Paris or, you know, any major city out there, because it's just flooded with people. And I don't know why. Maybe I've just preferred, I've been in the shed too long and I've been on my own. And I just feel like the thought of going into the ant, like almost like going into this ant colony of just millions of different little ants just scurrying around into the rat race, just doesn't appeal to me at all. It wouldn't be a holiday. It would be I would look at it as a.
Yeah, I mean, where.
What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, something happened, but
yeah, I mean, where Arsenal is based, I mean, the main road, Holloway Road, is a fucking dump. Like, and this is the thing, like, a lot of places in football stadiums in London, they are in absolute awful areas. Tottenham is one prime example. Arsenal, Wembley, to name three. Chelsea's in an okay area. Fulham, again, is an okay area. Brentford, an absolute dump. It's like when Sky come down and everything, oh, this beautiful area and stuff. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think that if Twisted Sparky says, so without the people, you go to the big cities. Yeah, like if it was in the day after tomorrow situation. By the way, great movie, by the way, Stevie, if you haven't seen it, Day After Tomorrow, Cillian Murphy, brilliant. Like, kind of kicked him onto the scene. Or 28 days later. It was 28 days later. Not Day After Tomorrow, the 28 days later, that was it. If it was like 28 days later, then I would, 100% go into the cities. I'll find that fascinating, walking around an empty city. I really would. Maybe you should say go to London at 3 a.m. then. I don't know. Any transfers this week or rolling? Just a nice guy says. Steve-O's made 3 transfers. He's done a minus what?
4.
He's done 4. Oh. So you've done
minus 4.
Oh god, I was going to say you did minus 4. So you did, again, reminding everyone, you did Ward-Prowse and Sterling and Archer for
Nketiah, Louise and Matoma.
Yeah, Douglas Louise, by the way, not the good one that plays for Liverpool. The budget one, you know, the B-rated one, the one that plays for Aston Villa, the one that plays for Aston Villa, the one that's got the very pretty girlfriend.
Hey,
the one that's got the pretty girlfriend.
I don't know anything about these people.
No. It's only because she plays for Aston Villa.
Oh, she also is a footballer as well.
Yeah. I can't remember her name now, but she's always on Instagram. Not that I go on Instagram, but I go on Twitter, and it always gets posted on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, Laisha Lehman, I think. Is that right? Am I right, chat? That's the only reason I know Douglas Luiz, not from his footballing skills or his ability, just because my timeline gets filled with pictures of photos of this female that plays for Aston Villa that I don't have any interest in whatsoever. Yes, I'm a fan, says Neomorphs. I had the good one. Hang on, what's going on here? I had the good one that plays for Liverpool. Look how that turned out, says Firetog. Well, maybe you just got in at the wrong time. I haven't got any.
The league.
I haven't got any interest in getting any other Liverpool at the moment, other than Tsimikas, and I don't have an interest in Darwin at the moment. I still think that he's going to have minutes reduced. I don't think he's going to be playing 90 minutes.
Yeah, but the thing is that he is their first team striker.
Right.
It's
okay.
Louise, Darwin, and
Gakpo.
Salah that are the front three.
Where's Gakpo getting into the picture then?
He's just a substitute along with Jota. He's just an impact sub. That's all it is.
Well, you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. Hello, please. Who to play, Haaland or Advingra? Haaland. After Garnacho's late winner against Fulham last season, United went on a good run afterwards. Honestly, Colm, if you don't think about United at the moment, don't get any United in. It's toxic. It's been like it for a while. I kidded myself, and in fact, I probably given myself a handicap in this game by bringing in Rasmus Haaland because he did absolutely nothing for me week in, week out. The guy's on his own, doing unable to affect the game at all. No fault of his own, just his teammates. Cillian, that's not how you pronounce Cillian Murphy. Cillian. Is it William? Shellyan Murphy? I can't do it. I loved owning Darwin, but after this week, I'm not sure whether to get rid, says Animations. What do you think about that, Steve? Get him gone.
I'd just keep hold of him. Seriously. He's their first team striker. And they've got Brentford up next after this week.
Killian Murphy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Wilson for Bournemouth next week is saucy, says Animations. I look at that and I'm thinking, I don't have enough Newcastle in my team, and how am I going to get Newcastle into my team? Well, it's obviously going to be through...
Their fixtures are terrible. I'm actually looking to offload Trippier after Bournemouth.
Their fixtures are terrible for how many weeks now?
They are terrible for...
what? Hang on, where have you seen the fixtures are terrible? Because I'm going to disagree with you, mate.
Chelsea, Man U.
Man United at home is an absolutely brilliant fixture for Newcastle. They're going to batter us.
Well, they did the other day, didn't they?
They are going to batter us. Everton away. I mean, Spurs away is going to be a hard game. Chelsea at home, I'd argue that they've got good chance of getting a few goals in that. Minimum of 2 goals against Chelsea at home. I mean, St James Park is becoming a right cauldron. Bournemouth away, smash them. Chelsea at home, get a couple of goals. Man United at home, breeze for them, I think. Everton away, yeah, comfortable win you'd expect. Spurs away, hard. Fulham at home, yeah, simple win. Luton away, yeah. Nottingham Forest, yeah. I disagree. I think people may be offloading a few of their Newcastle players purely because they've got Arsenal coming up, and I think that they're not looking past game week 11, which is this weekend, and thinking, hang on a minute, they've got some decent fixtures over the next 6, 7. I'm going to hold them, and if I had Callum Wilson on my team now, I would be keeping him, 100% keeping him, and I'm keeping Trippier.
That now, you are right.
What?
You are completely correct. Their fixtures are actually very good.
Thank you, Steve. Oh my God, you actually agreed with me. That's great, isn't it?
I think of someone completely different. I think it must have been Chelsea then.
No,
are horrific.
I think what compounded the issue is the fact that Trippier, they got 0. Like, people with double Newcastle defence probably just rage transferred them out, and you've probably seen the next fixture just rage transfer them out. But you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen now. Cue incoming Trippier haul, because he will get a haul. When was the last time he got a haul? He got 10 points in game week 9. So he had one game week where he didn't do very well. He got 0 against Wolves, where they drew 2-2. But the game before that, Crystal Palace got 10 points. West Ham got 6 points. Burnley got 12 points. Sheffield United got 18. The guy's got 20, 46 points. The guy's got 46 points in the last 4 weeks. That's, from a defender, that you'd be hard pressed to get better than that. I don't know why anyone would be thinking of offloading Trippier, and if you are, then you don't deserve the points. But anyway, we're moving on. You said that Dreadful United were someone just. You said a Dreadful United was someone just asked her to bring in a Dingo or a Rispa. No. No. I didn't know if it was on about bringing them in. Sorry, I thought you meant playing, as in playing who to play out of the two. I wouldn't be bringing in Rasmus Haaland into my team. I wouldn't be bringing him in. But if I had him in my team, I'd be playing him over on Dingra, whatever his name is. What would you think on that? Is that because I'm just, a stubborn United fan, or would you do the same if you had a Simon Adingra in your team and Haaland in your team? Would you choose Haaland over Adingra, or would you be like?
I just wouldn't have any United assets.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, if you had a team right now, you weren't going to do any transfers. You've got Haaland or Adingra. You had to choose between either one. Who would you pick? Let's be honest. You'd pick Haaland, wouldn't you?
To be honest, I probably would, because he plays for Man United.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason. But again, you're probably going to get the same points. To be fair, anyway. 2 points from Haaland, 3 points from Adingra. Good evening, Hengris. Haggis. Oh yeah, in that logic, play Adingra. Haggis, how's it going? Chat Sports here. I said hello to you already. John Jack was thinking of it, but you're right. I had Burn, Trippier, and Gabriel. John Jack's talking about the Newcastle thing, I think. I had Burn, Trippier, and Gabriel. Gabriel got the chop, but kept the rest. Yeah. Start Onana or Areola. Onana. He's going to get you saves. He'll get you saves. What,
against the Fulham team that can't attack?
He'll get you saves because you'll get your saves because United like to open up and let shots from a distance. Like, I guarantee you'll see 2 or 3 shots in the first and second half from Fulham. They may not be on target, but they'll be around the outside of the penalty area. Like, they'll shoot because we just leave we like to leave space, in front of our centre backs, and it's obvious. Like, the amount of goals that have come from midfielders running into those pockets of space, I just get sick of watching it, to be honest. Anyway, not ranting about United. I've done enough of that. Right, so let's talk about the fixtures, the upcoming fixtures. So I need to get myself logged in to the Super Brew, Steve-O, because I haven't done my predictions yet. Have you done yours?
Yeah, I did it an hour ago.
Okay, then. Let's bring it up. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Round 11. Doesn't it all come around really quick, doesn't it, hey? Doesn't it all come around quick? Right. Let's move that off the screen. We don't need that anymore. Right. What's going on here? That's what's going on here. Sorry about that. I had some issues with my software. I'm just going to quickly bring it up on the screen. Let's hide this if I can do that. Whatever. Everything's all resized. I don't know why it's all resized. It's making life very hard. Well, you know all about technical difficulties, don't you, Stevie?
Yeah, especially on OBS. God.
No, just do you know when you hide a source and show a source, it hid it behind the audio, and I was like, how do I get it out? I was like, what's going on anyway? Right, no, that's not right, is it? Hang on, chat, 1 second. I'll be right with you. Here we go, Super Brew. Look at this, Steve-O, you're climbing up. Well, you're in the top 10.
So I've dropped then. Brilliant.
Well, you dropped a little bit. At least you didn't get the wooden spoon this week. But I'm climbing, mate. I'm 26th. I'm shooting up. I've got a green arrow. You've got a red. But it's a lot easier for me to get a green arrow than it is you. But look at Lino. He's up to 8th. He's jumped 3 places up to 8th. He's shooting up. The thing is, Lino, he's a dark horse because his quality at his predictions. And Cinnamon's been dethroned as top by Rodriguez.
Oh, really?
Is that Rodrigo Ramoso? I'm sure. Is it the same person? Have to let me know in the chat. So Cinnamon 2nd now. Andrew Ferguson 3rd. Sultan Saeed's up to 4th. We've got the golden cap. Who got the one spoon? Dazid. But anyway, Fulham versus Manchester United kicking off the game week at Craven Cottage at 12:30. 2 teams that need wins on the board. United have got only 2 more wins than Fulham at this stage in the season, which is dire. I want to say with my head that this is going to be just the better team winning by 1 goal. Now, will it be 2-1 to Man United or will it be 1-0 to Man United? I'm going to go 1-0. I don't think there's going to be more than 1 goal. 1-0 Man United. Very, very drab performance from United again predicted. Fulham not going to offer much. They'll have a few shots, like I said, from maybe outside the box, just to give Onana something to do every now and again in the game. But the majority of the possession will be Man United, and United will probably just sneak a goal. I hope it's not McTominay or one of our defenders that have to get it again, because we can't do our thing up front and pass it to Haaland. I would like to see Haaland get a goal in this game. I really would. My heart says that this could be the game that Haaland gets himself a couple of goals, but my brain's saying, no, there's nothing to suggest that's going to happen. Jason, behave yourself. 1-0 United. And that's probably because I'm a United supporter. Steve-O?
Just I'm interested, did you watch their game against Newcastle?
No.
Okay. I heard it was terrible. I heard it was absolutely...
right now I'm just like, I'm almost at the point where I don't want to watch. Like, does it sound bad? Like, I just don't want to watch United at the moment because it's like, it's horrible. It's shocking. Like, I just don't enjoy it. It's like, if I want to go in a bad mood, I'll watch. Like, I'd rather go and watch, my local Sunday League team play. It's shocking, really. But do you want to talk about this game then?
I've just gone with a drab 1-1. Although, deep down, I just have this feeling Man United are going to score. But both of them, Fulham at home, have the exact same record as Man United away. Both 1-2, lost 2, scored 4, conceded 6. Fulham are on a bit of a pattern here. Lost 1, lost 1. And then with Man United, it's loss, 1-1. I love your prediction of 1-0, but I just think these two are just going to cancel each other out. I just think a dire 1-1. You lot are awful at the moment. You're terrible.
Yeah. I mean, if Fulham beat us 1-0, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, this is the thing. Like, Karma Baby in the chat site, has Jason been watching United this season? Again, it's like, I've seen enough jam. We've been lucky on a few occasions. Of course, we had the Bruno Fernandes goal against Burnley that got us the win, which was completely jammy. Let's be honest. It was how often do you see that happen? Let's be honest. And then we had the Wolves win, which was kind of like daylight robbery. Again, we might steal a win here against Fulham. Like, and it's sad, isn't it, that I have to kind of say that, because that's what United are about these days. United aren't about pumping 2 or 3 goals in the back of the net. United right now, and I don't think any United fan in the chat or anyone that claims to know anything about football is gonna argue the fact that United at the moment are just stealing what they can get. I mean, they can get at the moment like a goal. They'll steal a win here and there, but we will get battered. We are going to get battered against bigger teams. And I say bigger teams, I'm actually going to say the likes of Aston Villa. I would say they're just a better team. they're a better team right now. Tottenham, I could see Tottenham putting a few against us. I think that God forbid when we play Liverpool, and I just think that there's going to be plenty of goals for teams that have got a very, very effective attack against United. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Liverpool versus United is going to be a horrible to watch. Scraped past Sheffield United. Yeah, exactly. It's tragic. It's just tragic and it's depressing. So let's move on. So what did you say your prediction was? 2-1. You muted, Steve.
I went with 1-1, but I'm thinking maybe 2-1 United. Maybe, but I'm sticking with 1-1.
If we get 2 goals, I'll be bloody loving it. Right. Brentford versus West Ham. So history is in favour of Brentford in the last 4 results. 2 home, 2 away. Brentford have won in this fixture. I feel that it's gonna. See, this is the thing. You're all saying about me having Bowen. I'm not exactly that excited about this fixture for Bowen. I think Brentford might just get this, and I'm going to go 2-1 to Brentford. But 2-1 either way. Honestly, 2-1 either way. Stevie?
I just think these cancel each other out again.
2-2.
No,
1-1. 1-1.
I just don't see it being that high scoring. Brentford.
Lino. And
they're like drawing at home. 3 draws in the last 5 games. West Ham, on the other hand, they've only drawn once and they've conceded a lot of goals, 10 in the last 5 fixtures. So, yeah, I just think these two cancel each other out.
The thing is, right now, I would normally listen to what you're saying in predictions because I take what you say quite seriously because you're pretty good at them. However, on this occasion, Mr. Stevo, Rodriguez, who's top, Lino, and Andrew Ferguson have gone with a 2-1 to Brentford. I mean, you've got very, very, very good people who play predictions and they seem to just do everything right, going 2-1 Brentford. I mean, that's... Yeah, do I offload Bowen or do I keep him? What do you reckon, chat? Then we got Burnley versus Crystal Palace. Let's be honest, every single game week I'm saying to you, Steve-O, this is a must-win game for Burnley. You said your season started last week. You're on game week 2. You're looking to win your second game of the season. Will it be against Crystal Palace? Let's look at the history. No. Burnley won. It's very, very even, Steve-O. Very, very even on the history. What do you want to do with this one? Home team advantage, 1-0?
No, I think we're going to lose this game. The other way, what you just said, I'm going 1-0 to Crystal Palace.
1-0 to Palace. What's going on, Steve-O? If you lose this game, you're going down. I'm telling you now, they're going down. You're running out of game.
I unfortunately do think that it is going to be very, very difficult to come back from. We've had 5 losses on the spin.
Eze's apparently back for that game as well.
Is he going to be back though, or is he going to be back the following game week? I was only understanding maybe the following game week, but yeah,
he might not be match fit. Obviously, he's going to take a bit of time to get match fit. But interesting though. I think if you lose that, I think it's going to be a hard way to try and keep yourself in the league. There's still a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I think the momentum. You just need to try and get that momentum. When was your last win? When was what game week was that?
At least the teams that we've played at home.
I'm just looking back.
Man City, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Man United and Chelsea. That's the only excuse you can have in this particular...
Oh my God, when was Luton? Was it game week 1? No, when was Luton?
No, it was in game week 7, double game week 7, if you remember.
Oh,
we beat them
yeah.
2-1.
Okay. Wowzers. Okay, well, Everton versus Brighton. This, for me, if you own Matoma, you're licking your lips. You're rubbing your hands together. Even though it's away at Goodison, I think Matoma is a good one to have in this fixture. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Brighton, Steve-O. 2-0. The history is going with, favouring Everton actually in the last 10. But again, these are fixtures that go back to 2018. So it's a completely different Everton. 5 years ago, that were beating Brighton 3-1, 3-2, and 4-2 in 2020. It's completely different now. Ever since, in fact, you can see it here. Since 2020 and 2021, it's been a big flip of fortunes, really, for Brighton. Brighton have literally had the advantage and had the better of Everton. So really, I don't see anything different than just a couple of goals for Brighton, really. I don't see any reply from Everton. 2-0, Steve-O.
Brighton, as I always keep saying, seem to be involved in very, very high-scoring games. Their last 6 fixtures in all competitions: 6-1, 2-2, 2-2, 2-1, 2-0, 1-1. The history is actually suggesting a very high-scoring game for an Everton win. I just don't see it myself.
Everton win? No way.
Everton are shocking.
Yeah.
They're good defensively.
I mean, there's a pattern. There's also a pattern. They win. There's like loss, win, loss, win, loss, win for Everton. This is Everton, yeah. Because I forgot that they beat West Ham. Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. It's like it's going to be a loss.
And if you look at their matches as well, it's just really like 3-0, 2-0, 1-0, 3-0. It's all nils. I think I may have to change my prediction. I think I may go Brighton to do this 2-1 instead. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it. I've gone 3-1 Brighton officially, but
there we go.
Tight game, 2-1, something like that.
Okay.
Everton are just going to sit back. That's all they're going to do.
Got you. Manchester City versus Bournemouth. Is your captain playing in this game, Steve-O?
Yep. He's going to be there, all right. And this is his... this, for me, is potentially his final game.
Ooh.
Playing for me. Potentially.
Look at this. He's not learned.
He's
not learning.
If he doesn't get a minimum of 2 goals.
Oh, God, he's getting him gone. Cutthroat Steve-O, that's what we should call him from now on.
It has to.
Andre D, member of the 35 months. Good luck, everyone. May your captains, Haaland, in brackets, do amazing. 35 months, man. That's crazy. 9, 18, 27, 30, 9, 18, 27, 36. That's nearly 4 babies. That's mental. Man City are going to do the business. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. You?
I've gone 1 extra. I've gone 4. History suggesting 4.
Cinnamon saying that.
They've got to chase, but
cheers, Andre.
No, I think Man City are probably better away from home than they are at home this season for scoring goals. I mean, their home fixtures this year, apart from one game where they beat Fulham 5-1, you've got 1-1, 1-0, 3-1, 2-0, 2-1. Very low scoring games. And in fact, I say that about the Bournemouth. Bournemouth actually don't mind playing Man City either. They've all been tight games. So I'm wondering maybe if actually...
Oh, you get Captain Salah instead, last minute.
He's definitely my Sky captain.
Go on, you little bottler. Do it. Click us. 34 months. You are a legend. Thank you so much for renewing that. I want to try too, says Clickers. Wow, there we go. 34 months. Have we been going for that long? It's mental, isn't it?
I'm just looking at Liverpool here. Their results are just 3-1. 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. Another 3-0, 5-1. It's ridiculous. Looking at
you thinking of changing your captain, Steve?
No, because the reason why
it's got Haaland's name written on this game week, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, I in all seriousness, in FPL, you idiots.
So what are you going with? Scoreline?
I'm going with 4, and Haaland
Okay,
has to get a minimum of 2.
Right. Okay. Now a game that you are gonna be loving life, but unfortunately you can't watch it because it's at 3:00 on a Saturday. Sheffield United versus Wolves. Have you got 8 Nori? Shit. I'm gonna go 0-0. Simple as.
0-0. Sheffield United to actually keep a clean sheet.
Yeah. Get a draw. First draw in a while. Get them a point on the log. They've not won a single game this season, Sheffield United, and I just don't think they're going to win it here. I think it's... And of course,
this is going to be a case of, can Wolves cope without Neto for the next few weeks? The answer is probably going to be yes. And they've got a good game at the moment. But Wolves away from home. I mean, I'm just going to look here.
Well, I want to say now, the big shots, the Linos, the Cinnamon, the Andrew Ferguson, what do you reckon they're going with?
A draw?
Nope.
A Wolves win?
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. So what are you saying?
I'm going with I'm just going to say
a 1-1.
Each other out 1-1. Yeah.
Newcastle versus Arsenal. This at St James's. This could be a thriller. Like, I'm not making it up. I might actually sit down and watch this game and enjoy this game. I think there's going to be chances for both teams. I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. I think Arsenal just got enough to win it. Quickly look at. Well, I've seen your prediction already, so we'll talk about that. But guess what? Oh, Andrew Ferguson's gone 2-1. Lino's gone 1-0 to Arsenal. Karma Baby's gone 3-1 to Arsenal. I mean, let's looking at this. I mean, the common denominator is either 38% of people going with an Arsenal win, or 36% of people going with a draw, win or draw to Arsenal. Only 24% of people going with a win for Newcastle at home at St James's. Maybe people factor in that they're tired. All this Europe game, the European games, they haven't got the strength and depth of other clubs. You've gone with a draw.
No, I've just changed it.
Oh,
I've just changed it to a Newcastle win.
Wow.
Newcastle will win this game. Well, I think they will.
Wow. 2-1?
Yeah.
2-1. Okay. So Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa, a team that's in the dumps and a team that's on the ups. With your mate Douglas Luiz on penalties. I'll let you go first.
Well, looking at it here, Nottingham Forest haven't lost a game this season at home. Aston Villa, on the other hand, have only scored 6 goals away from home. They've lost 2 as well. I don't think that's going to put them off. I think they've got enough in the tank to get past Nottingham Forest in a 2-1. Jace?
Yeah, 2-1. I'm going to give one more to Villa. I agree with Karma Baby. It's not very often I agree to with him about anything football related, but I'm going to go 3-1 to Aston Villa. hopefully no Douglas Luiz involvements. Luton versus Liverpool. I'll quickly just double check in the history on that. I don't think there's much of it. Yeah, Villa have got the history over it as well. It's been 3 draws, 4 wins for Villa, and 1 win in the last 8 between them since 2016, all the way back to 2016. But Villa have got the advantage on the win front anyway. Luton versus Liverpool. Liverpool. Wow. If you're not captaining Haaland, there's a good chance you're captaining the man on the right-hand side, runs down the wing. You know his name? The Egyptian king? Mo Salah. Anyone in the chat captaining Mo Salah? And just let us know. In fact, let's do a poll. Let's just do a poll right now. Let's spice it up a little bit. If you are watching the stream and you're enjoying yourself right now, if you're doing the washing up or doing some housework or sitting down, just listening in to mine and Steve-O's voice, just hit the like button. It helps the channel. Who are you going to
sure you subscribe?
Don't unsubscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Who are you going to captain this game week? And let's quickly just check to see what.
I'd probably change it to: Are you captaining Mo Salah? Yes or no? That's all I'd be doing.
Okay. Are you captaining Mo Salah? There we go. Right, the poll is up. We'll keep it going until the end of the stream. Waiting for takeaway, says John Jack. Oh, what are you having? What takeaway are you having? I tell you, I went to a farm shop. Not a farm shop, but it's a dairy farm. They do ice cream, they do milkshakes, they do paninis and all that. And I literally got £35 for 3 of us to have milkshakes, paninis, and that was it. And I was like, what? £35, Stevo?
Again, the food costs just anger me so much.
I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, hang on, I'm not eating this out of a bloody golden goblet that I could take home with me. But yeah, I was like, whoa, I don't think I can afford to come back here again. But it was one of those things where you're ordering and we went there, we ordered, and it's like you walk in and there's like people staring at you at the counter, so you kind of just don't want to diddle daddle around. And I know the milkshake. I think the milkshakes are like ridiculous, like £7 each or something. I don't know, ridiculous like that. But yeah, let us know how much milkshakes are in your area. Anyway, let's move on to this Luton Town versus Liverpool. 2-0 to Liverpool. I'm going to go on this one, Steve-O. What do you want to say?
Well, Luton, they don't lose heavily like last year. They don't lose heavily every game, barring the opening 3 fixtures and their last game against Aston Villa. It's 2-1, 1-0, 1-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 1-0. Barring that, they've had a 3-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-0, 4-1 in all competitions. I just think Liverpool are just going to absolutely sweep them aside. I've gone, I think I've gone 3-1. Yeah.
It's cheaper down in Gloucester. Get out of town. You're only 1 county below me, mate. Yeah, carry on.
3-1.
3-1 to Liverpool. You're giving Luton a goal.
Yeah, because Liverpool just can't defend.
Twisted Sparky's like, my milkshake's bringing all the FPL points to the yard. I hope the captain does better than yours. Oh my goodness me. Wow, that's another subscriber gone. Right, it's Tottenham versus Chelsea. Tottenham, of course, win. Ange ball, as they say, against Chelsea. A very, I think if you were to use one word to kind of sum up Chelsea, would you say unpredictable?
No, I'd just say shit.
To be fair, the only wins that they got in the last 7 are Burnley and Fulham. So
no, they beat Brighton 1-0.
I can't see far back. Yeah, but did they in the last last 7 fixtures in the Premier League? They've won 2.
Premier League, yeah.
They've won 2, and that was against Burnley and Fulham. But I don't think Chelsea are going to get anything out of this. Maybe they'll get a goal. I'm going to go 3-1 to Tottenham on this one. Oh, look, so's Karma Baby. God's sake. Edgeworth's gone 3-1. Cinnamon's gone 3-0. Andrew Ferguson's gone 2-1. Firetog's gone 2-1. Lino's got 2-1. Yeah, most people going here with a Tottenham win. What are you going with again?
I've gone 2-0 to Tottenham. Tottenham, they're genuinely very good defensively. And I just think they're going to easily be able to contain Chelsea, and I just think they're going to hit them on the break. And I think that if you own Son, which I know many, many people do, I think he could do quite well. I really do. I think Tottenham could annihilate them.
Guess who's in the chat? Is Ash from FPL Juice?
How's it going, lad?
Wow. Well, stick around, enjoy the show. Why don't you? But yeah, we've just done the predictions. If you want to rewind back and put yourself through it, feel free.
I always find it funny though when a content creator comes onto our stream, because it's so rare.
Single them out. Single them out and isolate them in the chat. It's just Steve-O gets get out the get out the champagne.
I'll be watching Ash tomorrow, and then depending on how long they go for, because they may even cover the Fulham Man United game. Yeah, Ash, just to keep me entertained while I'm doing the bins, and then listening to you guys eating Five Guys, and then Jason can cover the 3 p.m. kickoff.
Five Guys? Who can afford to eat Five Guys? I've only been there. I went there I don't know, 2 years ago, and I remember it was like 35 quid for a bloody meal for free there as well. I'm moaning about this farm shop, but at least that's organic. Whereas at Five Guys, it's genetically grown in the Salah. I know it's not. I know it's not. But again, it's still a lot of money. Still a lot of money for what it is. But you want to go to there's a place called Beefy Boys if you want burger and chips. Beefy Boys. That's where you want to go. I don't know if there's one around you.
Sorry, all I've got is Ash's impression in my head. And anytime someone like you is saying this, he would just be like, Beefy Boys.
Yo, dude.
Beefy Boys.
Yo, dude. What you need to pull out the FPL juice vest now, because he's come in here to see where it is. He's got, where's the juice vest, Steve-O?
Shrunk already, mate.
He's popped a bicep through it already. Oh my days. 33 quid for me and my mate at Five Guys. Disgrace. I mean, again, it depends how hungry you are. But do you know what? I guess it's just the sign of the times. I mean, Happy Meals now at McDonald's like 3 quid, and do you remember they were $1.99 for so long? They're I think they're 3 quid now. It's bad when a Freddo costs £1. Did you know that?
Freddos don't cost £1; they cost 10p.
They don't. They do not cost 10p.
They do.
They don't.
I saw them.
A Freddo does not cost 10p, mate.
Lindos or Londis. What are they called in London?
Lindos? What are they? Londis. Their Freddos are not £10. Get out of town. They're not. You're telling me that you live in London, a place that's notorious for its...
I think so, yeah. The 10p.
Hang on. I'm going to find out. How much is a Freddo?
But they're really small, though. They're not big. They're tiny little things.
Well, they always were pretty small.
Well,
they've gone smaller, is what you're saying. 18 grams, apparently, a Freddo is. 18 grams. So you're paying £1.39 for 100 grams of Freddo. Do you know that?
Well, you're doing the maths, I don't know. But yeah, the point being, though, is that they literally give you... It's like with Snickers bars and everything, they're tiny.
They're not. They're 25p. You're a fraud.
They're 10p.
They're 25p from Tesco's, mate. They are not 10p. They are not 10p. They are literally 25. They've gone up over 100%.
I will go to my local...
Is that 150 bloody percent? They're up 150% from when I was a kid. Imagine that. Imagine a mortgage being 150% more than what it was when you were a kid.
I think they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be fair. I mean, Freddos are now 25p. That's the sign of the times we live in. I tell you, it's dire straits for UK. It's all the Brexit's fault. That's what it is. But chocolate is seriously expensive, really. And I read an article a few years ago. Do you know chocolate is becoming harder and harder to supply the demand of the Western world of chocolate? And there's a theory or a very there's a consensus that eventually chocolate's going to just go up and up in price, and the working class and the poor will not be able to afford chocolate. I know it sounds crazy, but there's only a finite amount of chocolate in the world, and there's a lot of chocolate lovers in the world. So yeah, you better be liking white chocolate is all I'm saying, because your good cocoa beans are going to become harder and harder to get and source. So yeah, stock up now on your Freddos, ladies and gentlemen. You never know when you might eat your last one. Londis is an island, says Anguilla. Yeah, I mean, they are stuck in the 1990s, let's be honest. When you walk into a Londis, you do feel like the place hasn't been touched for about 25, 30 years anyway. The refrigerators are stinking, and it's, I mean, if we're not, obviously we don't have a preference of where we go shopping. I love chocolate. Montezuma's 100%. I don't know what that is. Freddos are elite. We never got Brexit. No. Again, I'm not a political. Well, I am a political person. I'm just not political on here because I think it might upset a few people. Might have a few more unsubscribe. So, remember those dairy milk bars and fruit? And I just think the world's mad. I think we can all agree the world is absolutely fucking nuts right now, and there's literally nothing we can do about it, and it's fucking insane. Remember those dairy milk bars and fruit and nut ones you could just get for £1? They're £1.45 or more. £1.45? No, I think they're like £1.80. In fact, let's have a look. Fruit and nut. You can't get like the small bars anymore. They're tiny, aren't they? They're like bite size. Here we go. Fruit and nut bar. Right, so you can get a fruit and nut bar for £1.35. 110 grams of it. 110 grams. And don't worry, it's been Aldi price matched. Or your money back. £1.35. £1.35. You said £1.45. But they're £1.35. If you're shopping at the wrong place, you need to go Tesco's. But yeah, no. I remember when these bars. I mean, if you're tuning in now, you're probably thinking, "What is happening with this content?" Because we're not talking about FPL. Well, we have to have intermittent breaks to talk about real world issues. And today, chocolate is on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen. A dairy milk chocolate fruit nut bar was around 70p when I was 16. That was, I don't know, a few years ago. And now it's £1.35. What are we going to do about it? What can we do about it? I do not know. Going to have to eat lettuce and aubergine. That's what we're going to have to do. Right, Steve-O, let's talk about what we're doing. So what we're doing then? Are we captaining same player again this week? Yes, probably.
So have you, in all seriousness, have you actually done transfers?
No, I haven't done any transfers, Steve-O. I've got the same freaking team.
I think you may be pulling wool over
Oh,
my
you
eyes.
think? Oh, no, I'll show you now. Here's my team. Look on the screen. Absolutely ready to rock and roll. Got Areola in goal against Brentford. We've got Cash, Trippier and Simicast. The back line of superstars. We've got Son, Salah, Diaby and Bowen ready to net me some points. And then got Watkins, Alvarez and Haaland, my captain. Udogi firmly on the bench there. Who is touch and go. I think he's not going to be playing. Doesn't matter anyway, because barring any unforeseeable incident between now and kick-off, I think all my 11 are going to be playing comfortably.
So it's going to be Areola, Diaby, Bowen and Watkins.
Oh, exciting.
Versus Louise,
No hits.
Maddison, Leno, and I can't think of the other bloody player. Watkins versus Louise. Oh, Matoma.
Yeah.
Diaby, Bowen, Watkins versus Matoma, Louise, and Madison.
Mm.
So you've thrown all your fruit into one basket with Aston Villa here, which is fine. But they are a very good team. But away at Nottingham Forest, as we've just seen, it ain't gonna be easy. I think they just scrape through.
I've just realised I've got myself on the screen, but you're talking. Yeah. How rude.
It's not rude.
What are you saying again?
Well, you've got all your eggs in one basket. In one basket in Aston Villa this week, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
So obviously on Sunday, it's an important day from your point of view, because with a lot of your assets are playing on Saturday, it would seem.
Beefy Boys from Hereford absolutely is Matty win a lot. That's exactly the place. Beefy Boys in Hereford. If you ever driving past Hereford, it's a weird place with lots of just weird like, I don't know. It's a very, the town's quite nice actually. The town is quite nice. But the beef they've got a lot of cattle. It's really good beef in Hereford, and Beefy Boys is up there, man. He's up there at top outlets for gourmet burgers. Is that what you call them these days? Gourmet? Well, you know when you buy a burger, but then if you want chips, they don't just automatically come with chips. You have to buy chips separately. And you're like, hang on, you're getting ripped off. But actually, the food's really good. Any hits? No. Not for me. Steve did a -4, so I'm automatically catching up points with him. While we're on the subject of chocolate, how small will the tins of roses and quality streets become? They literally are shrinking the sizes of all of our favourite family confectionery biscuits. Before we know it, things are going to just be put them in your mouth and that's it. It's finished with. Like, I remember walnut whips used to be massive, walnut whips, but now they're like tiny. Wagon wheels used to, like, I remember wagon wheels being like freaking the size of your hand. Wagon wheels now like half the size of your palm, and it's just it's just the state of the world, state of the country. Everything costs more money and you get less of it. Everything costs more money and you get less of it. Say that with me, Steve-O. Yeah, good chat. Whereabouts in the island? It's Hershey's. They have been shrinking them for years. I think are they owned by the same people? Wouldn't surprise me. You've grown, Jason. What do you mean?
Someone here though is actually making a point. Gamil is saying, "I'm currently."
I've got older, yeah.
Triple captaining Haaland. What do you think? What do we think on this? I personally wouldn't do it.
Triple captaining Haaland.
Again, I do it this week.
I think if you're going to do it, you're going to do it on a week where people are tossing and turning between two like the other week when people were deciding between Salah and Haaland did well. I think that would have been the time. But again, I think majority of people are going with Haaland now, whereas last week it was majority of people going with Salah. So when I say majority, I'm talking about like the hardcore audience. I think there's always going to be an element of the casuals sticking with Haaland. I don't know. Triple captain for me. I use it in a double game week, Steve-O. Do you?
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't work, it doesn't really work, to be honest.
Sometimes I do advise on occasions to triple captain in certain single game weeks to use it, because there are some teams where they're there for the taking, i.e. like the likes of Burnley as a perfect example. But I mean, animation saying, how many goals do you lads see Haaland getting? Got to be two.
Two goals.
I mean, you're covering the games tomorrow, yeah, Jace?
Tomorrow, no, I'm out. Unfortunately, I'm going to... Where am I going? I'm going to this... I do know. Firework thing.
During the day?
It's going to start at 3:00, and it's got it's a field. It's going to have like bouncy castles and stuff for the kids, so you can get home for 7 basically. It's like the fireworks start at like 4:30 or something like that. As soon as it gets dark, the fireworks going. Well, the bonfire goes, and it's like this. I don't know if it's to do with some church or something, but they've got this big bit of land and they're doing it, and we where to buy tickets for it or something. It's not too far away from where we are. And I just remember Mal saying Saturday afternoon we're going there, and I'm like, oh, so I won't be able to watch the Newcastle Arsenal game after all. I just realised that.
So you're not going to be jinxing the Man City game, and even then, I mean, between Haaland and, I mean, how many do you expect Salah to get then against Luton? What do you expect Salah to do against Luton?
Ironically, I think that there's a good chance that we see Haaland and Salah get realistic, similar points. Like, I don't think it's going to... I mean, yeah, of course, there's a chance the ceiling for Salah could be higher, purely because he's just so involved in the game, whereas Haaland can go through periods of the game where he's just kind of like not doing anything, not touching the ball much, whereas Salah's like, he's like, they look for him a lot more, and he's involved in the attacking build-up play. I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in fairly similar points. Majority of people are going to go with Haaland for safety reasons. I'm doing the same, to be honest, but I completely understand people going with Salah.
What do you think of an individual in animations who doesn't have Haaland and he's shitting himself? That he's doing a minus 16 to bring him in.
Look, these people were giving it large weeks ago, saying I don't need Salah in my team. He's done. Sorry, I don't need Haaland in my team. He's had one good week where he's hauled. Yes. But you've not, you stuck with your decision. Stick with your decision. If you made your decision to go with your team without Haaland, do it. I mean, there's no shame in captaining another option in Salah, and certainly own it. Like, own your decisions. Don't backfire. Don't backtrack and take hits because of one game week. Just stick with it. And I mean again, I wouldn't do it personally. No.
I hope you do a minus 16 just to bring Haaland back
as a rival. Get him gone. But as someone that's logical, you've made your bed, now you've got to sleep in it, right? That's basically what I'm saying.
I do genuinely think though that if Haaland / Man City just about scrape past Bournemouth, I think at this point there are serious questions to ask about whether to have Haaland or not in your team.
Yeah.
Because they're not putting up trees, Jace, are they? They really aren't. They're not doing what... And I really do think it's down to the fact they're missing De Bruyne. They haven't got that creative...
Yeah, I think De Bruyne brings an air of calmness. And just like, when things aren't looking likely to get a goal, you just know De Bruyne just can pull someone out the hat. Similar to what Gundogan provided Man City as well. Like, he just came out and just pulled that team forward through periods of games where they weren't exactly finding a way through. They could moments of brilliance from these players in midfield. And again, I mean, no disrespect to Foden, but it's big. It's a big ask to get him to kind of replace KDB. Bernardo Silva's a good player, but again, I think more effective from the wing than from the centre of the field. And Lightweights and Grealish as well. I mean, you got Rodri. He's a very good holding midfielder player, but you just need that creativity. That Odegaard, that prime, Kevin De Bruyne-esque player that can start making things move and move quickly. Like what Bruno Fernandes did when he first came to United. He was very much the pick the ball up and just get it gone as soon as possible and look for that pass. Whereas there's a very few people that can do that. And if you've got them out injured, then I'm sure it's going to impact your team. I think Gundogan leaving has really hurt City, and the Kevin De Bruyne injury. I want to take out Haaland soon. He's getting boring to captain him all the time, and he takes up too much money, says Clickers. I just think that's trolling, man. Come on, man. I think Steve-O's thinking the same thing. He's giving him one more game. I just think it's mad. My front seven is league full. Salah, Foden, Diaby, Son, Watkins, Alvarez and Darwin. Yeah, they're good. They cover Haaland? Yeah, I mean, they are good. They're good players. And the thing is, Salah's a great alternative captain choice. it is Salah at the end of the day. Liverpool are playing well, and it's Salah. So, yeah, he's on penalties. Go for it. Darwin Alvarez could easily match or get better than Haaland for me. It's possible. Like Jay said to me the other day, then benching players aspect isn't great, but I'll probably bench Bowen this week. Well, yeah, to be fair, I'll probably do the same. Yeah, if you can stomach and kind of live with the fact you're going to have to bench a decent player week in, week out, go with the fixtures, probably. Just go with the best fixtures. If you've got 2 premium players, you've got to choose between the one. Whatever you think. Home fixture or who's got the more desirable fixtures, generally what I go with. Aside, obviously, to the eye test. Yes, his name is FPL win a lot. Winners of Sky FF. Sky Fantasy Football. I literally, I don't know who you're talking to there, but I don't know enough about Sky Fantasy Football, to be honest. It's I know Steve-O's loving it. But yeah, that's that. Right, I think we've come to the end of that segment. Yes, natural conclusion. I want to say thank you ever so much. We've got the poll that's going on. Captaining Mo Salah, 28% of people saying yes. 64 votes, 28% saying yes, 72 going no. Pretty much as I thought it would be. I thought, that's a fair reflection of what I thought might happen. Like 75% people saying no, 25 saying yes. Hit the like button, guys. If you have enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around the channel. Join the Discord at Elite FPL on all of the Instagrams and the social medias. Steve, have you got any final thoughts before we shoot off?
Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I haven't touched that for years. Any final thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward genuinely to this particular game week and see where it takes us. Are we going to get that definitive answer of whether or not to have Haaland or not?
Well,
I mean, I'm going to be listening into Talk Sport then if you're not covering any of the matches.
Are you going to be doing a stream?
I can't, can I? I'm working. I'm just making the point that
do it from the phone.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Thank you ever so much again, guys. You guys are awesome. If by any miracle the thing on Saturday starts later than I thought it starts, then I will, of course, let you know. When I say Saturday, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, God. I need to go and find out. Thank you again, guys. And wave, Steve-O. Say goodbye. He's waving.